Hey guys, how are y'all doing? Thanks for taking time out of your day to watch this video. For those of you that have watched the intro video, and if you haven't, I recommend doing so. It provides some context as to this whole YouTube business. Um, I stated the interests, kind of listed the interests that I had in improving my quality of life and some of the things that involved. However, I did also state that this was in goal of kind of also being an accountability uh, tool for myself by putting it out there on the internet for lovely folks like yourself to see. And in order for that to really work, I have decided to lay some clear outline and some clear goals to hold myself accountable by. And because what's the point of all this if we don't know what I'm really working towards? So, that being said, allow me to transition over here to da 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 da, my goals by Kindle for Kindle. Um, and I have, yes, in fact, created a PowerPoint presentation to clearly lay out the goals that I would like to achieve going forward. Now, I don't have a specific time frame for these goals. Majority of them I don't. Obviously, we all would like it to happen sooner than later. However, it doesn't always happen that way. But some of these things are not exactly on a time frame. Some of these things will take a long time, however long that may be. Could be tomorrow. Could be 5 years from now. You know, some of these things will fall under those categories. So, but right now, I did want to just clearly establish what I'm working towards and going to be doing specifically to achieve that. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. So, my walk with Christ, that is hands down the single most important thing, not only myself, but any man will ever do in his life. Uh, for me, the season of my life leading up to this moment before creating the YouTube channel has been a growing season, to say the least. Definitely some discipline being done on my part, or needs to, or is being done on my part by God's steady hand. Thank goodness He doesn't just let me go and say He's done with me. That's not the way He works. Praise the Lord. But anyways, it's my first bullet point I've got here is pray like it all depends on God, which it does, and work like it all depends on me. And by that, I have taken the first step of doing with my life, being active, being proactive. Uh, I can't pray for something and then not do anything to help facilitate that. I can't ask God for something and then expect it to fall in my lap. I need to put in the work. You know, just like I can't hope to get fit and not go to the gym. So, you know, that's a bullet point pretty much covers a lot of what this all is all about. It's me taking that step forward to put in the work, to put in the effort, and you'll see that in some of the other topics that I've got listed here. And particularly for this is my next bullet point is study my Bible daily. I am horrible at opening my Bible other than on Wednesday nights for Bible study and occasionally on Sundays. You know, Sundays is I work the sound booth, so it's a little difficult to dual wheel, but no excuse nonetheless. I shouldn't need to make that excuse because I should be reading my Bible every day. So that's a goal I want to work on and incorporate in my daily life. God shouldn't be the last thing on my list when everything else is taken care of. It should be the first. So he definitely needs to be that priority in my life. So that being said, I also, as a bullet point I forgot to put on here, I'd like to incorporate potentially Bible verses in the videos that I upload, in the things that I do in terms of Facebook and Instagram, social media, and things like that. So all of that kind of entailing into that. But big one is those 2 bullet points. So with that, also shout out to my church, Kendall County Cowboy Church. Definitely check them out. Shameless plug, no shame here. Awesome church, love it. That's my home. Next topic is the home and farm. One and the same. My house is on my small farm that I have. It's a mess. Long story short, these pictures were taken just yesterday. Pay no mind to the incorrect timestamps there. But it's a mess. And that is just the immediate area surrounding my RV. And it can't stay like that. So, i.e., clearly stated by the bullet points, clearing and cleaning up the yard, that would be both of those pictures is pretty much my front yard. And that's no easy task. That's some thick brush, some thick weeds and whatnot, bull nettle and things of the sort. It's going to take weed eating. It's going to take some hacking. It's going to take, sweat, a lot of sweat and work. So that's a first. That's a first on the list. Cleaning up and cleaning out the RV. As you saw in the intro video, if you saw it, you definitely should check it out if you didn't. My house is messy. Between cleaning up dog messes, which I have, 4 dogs, that tends to be a reoccurring thing. Between getting rid of things that I don't need anymore, and selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace that's worth it to try to get some money, or just donating things that I don't need, like clothes or shoes, or just extra things that I just don't need and there aren't worth much to sell. Definitely not if you're selling it, you got to wait for somebody to buy it. And if you're getting rid of it, well, then I can go and donate it. So that's kind of my mindset there. It's just not as simple as to just do. It's a little overwhelming sometimes. So I'm going to work on getting that under control and improving the quality of my life, i.e. the whole concept of everything. And by doing that and getting a hold of that. Once the yard's cleaned up and my RV is kind of cleaned up, at least to a bare minimum degree, the next thing to do is get electric set up. Get an electric meter run out to where I can hook it up to my RV. That way I have electricity all throughout my house. Currently, I run an extension cord from a pump house a good few yards away. And I have a power strip in my house that has all of my electronics, internet, 2 monitors, Nintendo Switch, plugged in, and a fan. Yes, I don't have AC or heating, so I need to use the power strip to hook up a fan or a heater. So, yes, long time overdue. So, definitely another reason to do all of this. So, next is set up the new RV spot. So, once the RV is cleaned and the yard is cleared out, I will be moving it. I don't know if you can see my cursor very well, but I will be moving the RV over to this spot. Currently, there are tons and tons of rocks, very heavy rocks, probably at least 50 pounds each for most of them, that need to be moved. That kind of over there in that picture, but that's got to go, and I don't know exactly how to go about it, but I'm going to go about it. I will probably detail every step of all of these processes in each video that I make, so I won't go too in depth, but The RV will need to be moved into a better spot, and I will be able to hook it up once that's done, and hooking up the water and electric. So, that being said, I think I ramble a little much. This should be more of a bullet point PowerPoint presentation, but I am doing a bit of a lecture. So, I'll speed things up just a wee bit for the sake of time. Yes, health and fitness. That's the next one on the list. Yes, that is a picture of me in my more or less physical prime. My first goal is eat healthier. Super important. No point in doing all the other work if my diet's garbage. So for the gains, got to eat healthier. Going to the gym consistently, getting back into that. Unfortunately, I can't tell you the last time I have gone to the gym, so this will be a big one. I do look forward, however, to vlogging the gym. I look forward to that. That'll be fun. I look forward to vlogging it all and posting videos on all of it. However, the gym will be a fun one because there are significantly more visible milestones in other aspects than there are in some of the other topics. So, getting to the gym consistently, getting in shape for basketball and karate. Man, I said it in the intro video. I'm going to say it again. Basketball is a passion of mine. I love playing basketball. I want to be able to enjoy it, but right now I lack so much cardio, and I would just die wheezing and out of energy, and I don't want that. I want to be able to enjoy the sport that I enjoy. That and karate. Eventually, I want to get back into karate, but right now I want to get back in shape to be able to do it and not be super far behind. And a very clear goal that I want to achieve is to be able to deadlift 400 pounds. That is something that's a milestone I really want to hit. And right now, I do believe my last deadlift max was 385, if I remember correctly. It's on Instagram, but I haven't seen it in a minute. But so I'm only about 15 pounds away for that. So that's not an unreachable goal. However, as out of shape as I am, it's going to be a long ways until I'm back at that level of, i.e. fitness again. So we're going to get there, but that's a very clear goal that I want to be able to reach. Next one, motorcycle. I love my motorcycle. There's freedom, there's peace, out in nature. Clearly by this picture, I've gone and seen beautiful things going on motorcycle rides. The next picture is when I picked my motorcycle up from the impound, because I was going at least 113 and 75, got pulled over. That was a fun night. Not arrested, but they did impound my vehicle. I believe I have posts of that somewhere. If not, I took them down for good reason. But anyways, take the motorcycle to be repaired. Unfortunately, it's got a blown rear tire that's barely sealed on there. Clearly by both pictures you can tell, but more clearly by the second one, it doesn't have a lot of things. Doesn't have fairings on it, doesn't have a front headlight, doesn't have a windscreen. There's a lot that needs to be done on it. I need to replace the brake pads, the front fork seals need to, there's work to be done. I am not a motorcycle mechanic, so I need to take it to a shop to get it repaired. Next bullet point, if the cost is not worth, get a new bike. That's just flat out. If it's going to cost more to fix the bike than it is to get a new bike that is in better condition, I need to do it. I need to bite the bullet and go to the next one. That way I can at least get back on a bike. I do miss riding, and with the bike, getting a bike and being able to do that, I will be able to bring more videos that way, as I have in that last bullet point. Jumping ahead a little bit. When I get the bike fixed or get a new bike, I need to upgrade my riding and safety gear. It's super important. There's no point to take the risk. Just be safe. Don't go 113 in, a 65. Just not worth it. Don't do it. Be safe. Yes, all of that. Safety gear, very important. New helmet, new pads, new pants, jacket, things like that. And then as I said before, begin making writing vlog videos. That'll be fun. I'll enjoy that. But I do think it's a good future goal to have if I'm doing all of this. All right, and the last one, I tried to order these somewhat in the form of importance. The last one is my hobby, playing the Pokemon TCG. And Pokemon in general. I enjoy playing Pokemon, but big one, Pokemon TCG. Last year, I went to the Pokemon San Antonio Regional Championships in 2024, and I participated. It was my first tournament, first regional, first all of that. That was a blast. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I definitely want to go back and do it again. So, but I also want to improve. I want to improve on the skills that I already have, and I want to have a goal for myself because, yes, it's a hobby. Yes, I collect on the side, but I do enjoy playing, and I don't want to play just to play. I want to have some goals for that. So, that being said, here's how I plan on going about that. I need to optimize my deck for consistency. I need to make it, be able to get good practice with it and get it to where it functions how I want it to function, and I'm not having any weird, crazy things that just don't make the deck operatable and not competitive. I need to practice online and in person. There's the online format. I look forward to uploading some videos of that, and hopefully I'll be able to upload some videos of me playing in person just for that. That'll be fun. And the next step is compete in my local tournaments. There are some local guys. There's a local league that I'm a part of in Comfort as well as in Kerrville. Both are great leagues. Knights of the Wrong Table in Comfort, superb group there, as well as the Inner Circle in Kerrville at Made Card and Collectibles, and for Comfort, that's Comfort Pizza. But we meet up once a week. Each league meets up once a week, respectively. So try to do tournaments there, try to compete in those, and do good there. That's a good way to test how well I'm doing each week. So I'm going to go to that once a week. And then the next step is registering. Registration fills up real fast for regionals, so you got to do it kind of as soon as the poll, or the not polls, but registration. As soon as registration opens, you need to be on that, and then of course register and compete in the 2026 San Antonio Regionals. And then the goal for all of this is to make day 2. By making day 2, that means you have to have a certain win-loss tie record in order to make it to day 2. The last year I did not have that, and I only was able to compete for the first day, and I only competed a little bit, and then after a certain amount of losses I ended up dropping to go do some side events. So my goal is to be able to make it into day 2. So that's pretty much it. That covers all of my immediate goals for the topics that I mentioned in the intro video, and I wanted to be able to clearly lay it all out, so not only can I hold myself accountable, potentially y'all can hold me accountable, as those of you that have interest in any of these topics can cheer me along as you know the struggle, or just watch it as it happens, and as I try to achieve these goals. Some of those are pretty interesting. I'm sure there are people out there that aren't entirely sure if I can deadlift 400 pounds. But that's the goal. That's what I'm going to work to achieve, and I do intend on working on and achieving all of these things. So I did really want to make this video just so everything's clear, everything's out there. There's no confusion as to what my goals are. It may not be exactly clear how I'm going to go about it, but like I said, that's the content. That's the videos that I'll be uploading with each step that I make towards achieving these goals. I hope to upload those and the journey forward. So, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. This is a lot of rambling. If you made it this far, thank you very much. Did not intend to ramble as long as I did, but it's It's well established. I can hold myself accountable now. I'm rambling on again. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I hope you'll have a blessed rest of your day. And until next time, see ya.